There was something that caught my attention on WWE Raw, and honestly, I'm going to give WWE credit where it is due. Because if you guys saw WWE Raw, then you know CM Punk and Seth Rollins were finally in the ring together, and they're cooking up a very, very good storyline. And I'm actually really excited about it because I keep saying that WWE is in the blurred lines era. Now, it was already confirmed that Seth Rollins and all of his reactions about CM Punk returning have been a work. I think it's very easy to understand that. But at the same time, too, what I truly love about this storyline between Seth and CM Punk is that the lines are definitely being blurred. Now, WWE is not hiding from the fact that CM Punk is a dramatic person. He is somebody filled with controversy. He is somebody who, he's definitely ruffled some feathers, and we know this. We saw it on SmackDown with Kevin Owens and CM Punk. We've seen it on Raw with Drew McIntyre taking shots at CM Punk being backstage. And then we saw it with Seth Rollins and CM Punk. And quite honestly, guys, I absolutely love this. Now, there was something that was really cool about Seth Rollins in CM Punk's segment, and it actually stems from WWE running a negotiation storyline for CM Punk. Now, this wasn't a long storyline, but we saw CM Punk appear on Raw, SmackDown, and of course NXT Deadline. And the whole thing was about who was going to sign CM Punk. Pretty obvious that CM Punk was going to Raw. I think we all kind of knew that. But when CM Punk showed up on Raw, and he was talking about, his history. He was talking about WWE Raw. He's talking about his plans. It's very fitting for WWE Raw to have CM Punk on the show. Now, there's a couple reasons as to why. You got to factor in SmackDown just got Randy Orton. You also have to factor in potential plans with Cody Rhodes and Roman Reigns. At some point, Cody Rhodes will have to leave Raw. And if Cody Rhodes leaves Raw, then you're going to need another big name in the company to be working on Monday nights. And obviously, that's why it makes a lot of sense for CM Punk to choose Raw. But also, if you factor in everything we have noticed about WWE in the last 3 years, it's that Roman Reigns is part-time, and Roman Reigns isn't there. And when Cody dethrones Roman Reigns, he'll be there every week. He'll be a fighting champion, and it's going to be some great content. But what about on Monday nights? What about the B title? We have to call it the B title because it is, unfortunately, second fiddle to Roman Reigns. However, CM Punk being told how much he is hated by Seth Rollins has immediately made the World Heavyweight Championship belt a very, very big coveted prize because that is ultimately the championship belt that CM Punk wants. That's the reason why CM Punk is on Raw. That is the reason why CM Punk is joining the WWE Royal Rumble. WWE planted the seeds. WWE is doing a lot of long-form storytelling. If you're impatient, don't watch it because you're not going to get everything you're looking for in just one episode. And WWE has made that very clear, and more specifically, Paul Levesque has made that very, very clear since he has taken over WWE Creative. Everything is a slow burn. So CM Punk and Seth Rollins did exactly that. They planted the seeds. Maybe we're foreshadowing, but I do think Cody Rhodes at this stage of the game doesn't need to win the Royal Rumble 2 times in a row. Cody Rhodes could go on to the Elimination Chamber and win the Elimination Chamber and eventually finish his story. But for CM Punk to return in time for the Royal Rumble, pick the Royal Rumble, win the Royal Rumble, all of this, as he's laying down the roadmap. He's doing all of this, and eventually it's going to lead us to Seth Rollins versus CM Punk. And truth be told, it's becoming a massive story. Because while Roman Reigns is on SmackDown in the World Undisputed Championship, it's not being defended, Seth Rollins has been putting in the work. Seth Rollins has been the fighting champion. And logically speaking, it actually makes a lot of sense for Seth Rollins to be very upset by CM Punk coming back. After all CM Punk has ever said, Seth Rollins is doing his due diligence to make sure that this belt is the prize, and all of a sudden Punk is back after 10 years and he's talking about being home and all this stuff. Guys, it's really, really good fundamental storytelling. It's logical, and I think a lot of people can resonate with it because I think for the most part we have all worked a job where a new hire has come in and probably been he's been given more a coworker could have been given more as a new hire than maybe somebody like ourselves who have worked at that job for years putting in the work. And that's just unfortunately how it goes. So Seth Rollins and CM Punk is a very real storyline. But again, we know Seth Rollins is working the crowd. When he says that he legitimately hates CM Punk, he convinces you that he actually does. When he says that CM Punk can't say, I'm home, because it is not his home, you can feel and believe everything that he's saying. And I think that is really, really good stuff by the WWE. I love the fact that Seth Rollins and CM Punk are in a feud. I love the fact that WWE planted the seeds, and I love the fact that WWE is not going to give it to us right away. I love the fact that Drew McIntyre is outspoken. I love the fact that you have a lot of people talking about CM Punk. But there's something else that I love, and it's not being talked about enough. CM Punk having encounters with Kevin Owens or the Judgment Day or, Kofi Kingston, whoever it may be, Randy Orton, LA Knight, Shawn Michaels, right? You're opening up opportunities for a lot of people on the roster. I mean, let's just face it. CM Punk is a big name. He is a big draw. And having that association on screen is good for business. And then another thing we have to factor in. For as much as Seth Rollins actually hates CM Punk, just think about this from the perspective of somebody who has wanted a WrestleMania main event and never gotten it. Now, you would think I'm talking about CM Punk, which I guess that is true, but Seth Rollins has yet to main event a WrestleMania. And this is his chance. This is the time where CM Punk is going to be the reason why Seth Rollins gets that main event. And by the way, I'm not even fully convinced that WWE will have CM Punk defeat Seth Rollins. So as unpredictable and predictable it could be, I think we're going to be in for a real good ride. And truth be told, I love the fact that WWE is cooking here because I am one of those people that love long burn storytelling. I love when you plant the seeds. I love when you tease things. But most importantly, I love when you deliver great results at the end. And I do feel like WWE has been doing that. I love the fact that Seth Rollins is making this feud feel real and authentic. And I love the fact that CM Punk is playing the part of a guy who, he's a corporate man now. I also feel pretty convinced that CM Punk genuinely enjoys being in WWE right now. And I don't know if I necessarily believed that at first, but I think he's having a lot of fun with what he's doing. I think the WWE has some great morale right now. And the fact that you got CM Punk on TV talking about Indy Hartwell and talking about all these other individuals. I mean, for crying out loud, he brought up Mickie James. It's not the CM Punk I expected in WWE. And I think that is making this a much more enjoyable storyline. This is one storyline that I'm going to be paying very closely attention to because I think we're in for a good treat. But yeah, Seth Rollins hates CM Punk. And I absolutely love it. I really do.